In recent years, we've been treated to a wealth of critically acclaimed and financially successful remakes, with each one being better than the last. It really gives you a sense of admiration for the Hollywood creative types who continue to wow us with such originality. And that they achieve all this on a diet of nothing but cocaine, hookers, and underage boys is nothing short of incredible.
With the hotly anticipated release of the all-new, all-female Ghostbusters film, it's not clear which franchises are left to exploit, make better, but there does seem to be a formula emerging. So to help all you honest, hard-working Hollywood producers out there, the Doopie Bros have created this cookie-cutter model for guaranteed success with your next remake.
Of all the genres, horror is your golden ticket for turning a profit. Forget what the experts say, classic horror movies are not outdated socio-political projections of their time. They're malleable, money-making cash cows. With minimum effort, they can be repurposed and unleashed on new generations whether they're ready for it or not. Much like the bad guy in a slasher movie. See? Now you're getting it. Hollywood is no place for sentimentality or respect, so secure those rights and start creating your masterpiece. Be wary though, you have a lot to live up to.
Rather go the family-friendly route? Need a cross-demographic franchise that caters for kids and parents alike? Look no further than the 80s and early 90s. There's plenty of properties ripe for the plucking that already have huge fan bases. The hard work is literally already done for you. But of course, you want to put your own unique spin-off proceedings. So why not consider a subtle tweak to the original formula? Changes that incite sexism, racism, and general hysteria are guaranteed to create a buzz and get fans talking. For all the right reasons.
Nothing screams quality remake quite like a Saturday Night Live alumni. So if possible, assemble your entire cast from their ranks. Their wealth of acting talent and ingenious comic quality are sure to resonate with audiences the world over.
Ditch those practical effects. They're far too tedious. CGI is your new best friend. It allows you to build a richer, more detailed world void of any real emotion or intrigue. You don't want your audience getting too distracted now, do you? The happy byproduct is a ballooning budget that enables all your unauthorized personal spending to go by unnoticed. Mum's the word.
Get a review embargo in place. This last one's a given in modern Hollywood, but it's the only way to ensure the maximum possible anticipation. In an ideal world, you'll have those 5-star reviews rolling in just a few hours before release for maximum profiteering. Sorry, fan service. So with these rules in mind, the Doopie Bros would like to put forward a few suggestions for future remakes. Pitch number 1.
Home Alone, that classic tale of bad parenting, inept criminals, youth violence, and Christmas? Clearly a direct remake wouldn't work, as kids' movies these days require magic, or archery, or mazes, or vampires, or some of these things. And you want to be original, don't you?
With the success of Deadpool, it makes sense to piggyback on the R-rated movie trend. And boy will this be R-rated. In this new version, Roman Polanski directs Bill Cosby in a thrilling tale of intrigue and abuse. Cosby stars as a senile delinquent left alone by his vacationing family, not through a simple misunderstanding, but simply because they don't like him. Once Bill realizes the predicament, he wastes no time in breaking out the rehypnol, putting out ads for attractive young carers, and setting up elaborate traps so that he might live out his every fantasy. Think Gran Torino mixed with Saw and you're part of the way there.
For extra nostalgia, you could throw in some of the Cosby Show cast as Bill's estranged family members, and as they see the credit card charges mounting up and realise the potential horrors that could be transpiring, they embark on a race against time to return home, limit the damage, and quash any potential lawsuits.
Pitch number 2. X-Men. With its multiple sequels, jumbled continuity, and terrible costumes, it's about time for a reboot. Am I right?
The franchise focuses on freakish outcasts, shunned and feared by society at large. Directed by the Wachowski siblings, this reimagined version, loosely titled X-Men, stars Caitlyn Jenner as Professor X-Man, an expert in freakish outcasts who hopes to live in peace with the so-called normal people, and who is directly opposed to the views and methods of the evil Magneto, played by Chaz Bono. Mickey Rourke and Lil Kim also star as shape-shifting mutants.
Magneto schemes to transform everyone into mutants so that all people can use the same unisex toilet. Opposed to him are Professor X-Man and his team of heroes, Biclops, John Grey, Ice Person, Gangel, and Beast.
Confusion, mixed pronouns, and weird body parts abound in this must-see X-Trans Vagganza.
Pitch number 3.
Bugsy Malone. The original movie cast children and teens as gangsters caught up in a bitter power struggle between Bat Sam and Dandy Dan. Although these kids fight with guns, they don't shoot bullets and instead splurge each other which results in everyone being covered in a sticky white substance, which, when you think about it, is kind of accurate for a teenage boy's life.
In the Doopie Bros version, Quentin Tarantino directs a gaggle of bloodthirsty teens hell-bent on eviscerating each other, because if we've learned anything from young adult movies, it's that audiences these days love seeing kids engaging in murder fests where it's kill or be killed. Tarantino takes us on a sordid journey through the underbelly of modern-day teenager-ness, with the whole movie looking pretty much like the last 20 minutes of Django Unchained. Blood, swearing, dismemberment, and plenty of racial slurs are just some of the attractions on offer here.
The cast would of course be made up of newcomers, who must be a diverse bunch and be able to take multiple squibs exploding all over their body. This new version will certainly be down with the kids.
We hope this has been helpful. Be sure to tune in for our next video, How to Do a Hollywood Sequel, featuring the follow-up to Big. Unsatisfied by life and spurred on by his waning popularity, a downtrodden Tom Hanks happens across the same Zoltar fortune-telling machine that once upon a time propelled him into adulthood. Now a child, Hanks must navigate his entire movie career and avoid that horrendous misfire, the Da Vinci Code. We all know Harrison Ford was supposed to play Robert Langdon, and
Middle-aged wolf. Michael J. Fox returns as Scott Howard, older, wiser, and now without a job due to redundancy. Fox takes work in a diner to make ends meet and finds that he can get some fries with that shake.
Also featuring the long-awaited follow-up to 7, you guessed it, 8.